Hey Mechanicics, in this video you're going to see why sometimes the steering on some riding mowers, in this case a Troy-Bilt Bronco, will fail. In this case, the customer complained that no matter which way they turned the wheel, there was no steering involved. And the reason why is because of this hex flange. You see this? This is what it's supposed to look like. This is what it does look like. Notice how it's wallowed out. Let's take a look on the other side. This is why it's called a hex. It sits down in a hole that's shaped just like this hexagon. And on this side, yeah, not a hexagon anymore. So, the other piece of this steering wheel column is this. Now, this one's not in terrible shape, but as you can see, where it engages, it is getting a little worn. And so since I'm already here, it makes way more sense to go ahead and replace it with the new one. The splines are starting to wear out just a little bit on this one, mostly because of the wobbling of this one. It happens to most ride mowers, given enough time. This one's about 12 years old. And so the next time you have an issue with your steering, make sure you check your hex flange nut and go ahead and replace your steering gear, sometimes called your pinion gear. Alright, because you're right there and they're side by side. And the only thing holding them on is this nut. So here's our steering gear pulled out. It's just a straight steering rod. It goes down into this spot. Let's see if I can get focus. And under here, go ahead and clean that spot out. This is where the hex hole is. Focus. You see it? That's where the hex flange nut goes through. And then on the bottom, you'll put this on the splines right here, and then the nut goes back here to hold everything together with the washer. And that's it. That's how to fix the steering issue. It took my brushless impact wrench, battery powered, with an 11/16. I did drop the deck just to make it easier to get to. You don't have to, but one pulse of this and it was off and done. And I did take off the fuel tank. Just took off this screw and the other bolt on the other side and laid it on its side right here on the footrest. So it's not spilling and it's out of the way. And I have easy access. So if you have any more questions, just let me know. But here's the culprit.